Hi everyone. I wanted to talk to you today about bilingual books for children. Um, I'm going to specifically focus on bilingual books that you can use from newborn phase to around 2.5. I was talking to another bilingual mom the other day, and she was recommending a book that she loves for bedtime, which is called Besos for Baby. And I thought, oh, that sounds like a pretty cute book. So I looked it up online and you can find it on Google Play, it looks like, and it's pretty cheap. Just like looks like the ebook is $6, and the title is Besos for Baby: A Little Book of Kisses. And I really like this because you can tell right away that this is a bilingual book. It's probably going to be pretty manageable for parents also that don't speak the second language or only know a little bit of it. And we have been using bilingual books since our children were born. And they're really fantastic because when they sit with daddy, they can sit and read it in Spanish. And when they sit with mommy, they can read it in English. And I speak also Spanish, so sometimes I'll say it in Spanish. But we try to use the OPAL method, which means one person, one language. So daddy speaks his native language, and I speak my native language. But it's totally manageable for people that don't speak that second language. And it also helps them to start using the vocabulary and learning language with those first essential words that they need to know. So I'm going to go over a few books I found. Some are books that we've used, and other ones are ones that I would buy because they look like good books to use. So these would be my recommendations for you if you are looking for some bilingual books in Spanish for your children. So, like I said, the first one is Besos for Baby: A Little Book of Kisses. Okay, so after I found Besos for Baby, I found it on Amazon, I think, or it looks like I found it on Google, but maybe I found it also on Amazon. And so I immediately started looking for other recommendations. And the next one that came up was Te Amo / I Love You, and it says it's a bilingual Spanish book. And that is exactly the type of book that you need to be looking for because it's going to most likely, I couldn't see the picture, but most likely it'll be the picture and then it'll have the word in or phrase in Spanish and then in English. So that looks like a cute one. That's one that I would definitely buy. And these types of books are pretty cheap, and so they're affordable. Okay, so the next one I found I absolutely love. It's called Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes / Cabeza, Hombros, Piernas, Pies. And it says it's a dual language baby board book. So that's the kind of thing you need to be looking for, dual language baby board book. And I really love this one because not only does it teach body vocabulary, but it's a song. So you can also look for the song in English, you can look for the song in Spanish, and you start when they're a newborn, but as they get older and they start learning um, the different parts and they can put them together in the song, that's really going to help you uh, learn and help them learn. So that's one we don't have it, and we're kind of past that stage right now, but I would strongly recommend that one. So the next one I found is pretty cute. It's called Counting With / Contando con Frida, and it looks like a Frida Kahlo book. And again, this is going to be key because it's going to be numbers. So if you have a very young child, you want to start with those basics, right? ABCs, numbers, kind of the world around them, the simple vocabulary for the world around them. And again, you want it in English and in Spanish. So that's another one that I would recommend. And then it's got the added benefit of having a little bit of culture in there. So the next one I found is one that we actually have. It's called The First 100 Words Bilingual, and then Primeras 100 Palabras in Spanish and English. And that's exactly the type of book that we've been using with our son. And some days, if you don't speak the second language, then you can do it first one day in English, and then the next day you read it, do it in Spanish. Next English, then Spanish, English and Spanish. And when your child learns both in both languages, then you can just stop and each time have them say both in English and Spanish. So if you see an apple, the first time, apple. The next time, manzana. Next time after that, apple. Then manzana. And once they get it, then have them say it together. Apple, manzana. What is it? What is it in English? Apple. What is it in Spanish? Manzana. That's one we have, and it's a good one. Okay, the next one I found is Animals slash Animales, and it's a Bright Baby book, and we have this one too. So again, it's the same concept, just learning the animals, and you can use at the same time, you can use one day English, one day Spanish, and eventually having them say both. What you want is that they're associating both words with the picture. Okay, and the last one I found is called I Like It When slash Me Gusta Cuando. And this one I especially like because it goes with another post I just made about learning languages in chunks. And so you have a phrase, right? I like it when, or in Spanish, me gusta cuando. And so this is going to help them start learning how to chunk that language. And I think that that's really key to learning language. First, you get the vocabulary, and then you start getting the phrases. So I don't have this book, but that is the type of book that I would be looking for if we needed more books. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful for you. Please check out my Facebook page. It is called The Multilingual Mommy. If you have any questions about learning language or helping your kids learn language, send me an email at multilingualmommy, and the mommy is MAMI at gmail.com. And I've got a website, www.multilingualmommy.com. I'm starting a blog there that you can follow. And I will be doing a podcast soon. So stay tuned for that. And if you have any questions, send them to me because I can do a video post about it. I can do a YouTube post or a podcast about it. Okay, thanks so much.